On Sundays during Lent 2024, a St. Mary's discussion group is reflecting on Lenten practices, discussing how they can lead to joy, meaning, and identity, and exploring connections to action on what is perhaps the most epic challenge facing humanity today: climate change. Some people may think I have strong, extreme opinions on climate change, but my intention with this discussion group is, yes, to ask provocative questions that reflect my perspective, but then to listen and learn. With these videos, I want to report what I am hearing and learning. So, week one, we did not talk about the climate crisis. We did talk about Lenten sacrifice. One person commented, "What I give up during Lent, I should have given up anyway." Many of us felt similarly. We observed that a Lenten practice can cement something inside. It can have a lasting effect. For example, if one Lent you memorize some text, it will stay with you for years to come, even if it gets a little foggy in one's memory. Often, a Lenten sacrifice is actually barely a nuisance that simply directs my attention to the themes of this season. One person observed that there are many church activities during Lent. There is a communal aspect. I suppose we are one another's wild beasts and angels, accompanying each other these 40 days. Ironically, though our subjects are, sad face, Lent and climate change, we spoke about joy. Examples of joy included walking one's dog in the forest, sunshine and ocean, grandchildren, the birth of a child. Now, curiously, while multiple people spoke of the joy of grandchildren, none of us mentioned the joy of children. While we spoke of the joy at the birth of a child, we did not mention birthing a child. I don't want to make too big of a deal of that. I just wanted to point out that the examples of joy that I've already listed are simple, pure, immediate. I'm inclined to call them passive joys. Something happens, I feel joy. But we also spoke of more complex, more nuanced joys: serving in a ministry, writing, checking items off of a to-do list. Such joys involve great efforts and struggles. They are joys nonetheless. I'm inclined to call them active joys. The struggle becomes joy in part due to a discipline, a deliberate practice of gratitude, of mindfulness. Struggle also enables joy because we can feel the contrast, much as light and dark contrast in art. A COVID mask mandate in oppressively hot weather is suddenly lifted. With a focus on gratitude, we can suddenly feel joy. Active joy involves finding meaning in one's struggles. For example, to remember what purpose there is to a ministry in which I serve, and to have the faith and hope that my efforts will be fruitful. Joy also comes from interpersonal relationships. Friendships form during service and struggle, and then sometimes last more than half a century. There may be joy in writing, but more joy when sharing that writing with others. I think the distinction between passive and active joy is important, since realistically, much of the joy from acting on climate change will be active. Our discipline of gratitude, our persistent search for meaning, our connections to others are needed to shape our climate struggles into joy.